Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Neva and this is my cozy corner of the internet. So hi, today we're going to be doing our weekly WIP and chat. If you are new here, like I said, welcome. And if you don't know what a WIP and chat is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and this is mine. This is the Glorious Purpose painting from Diamond Art Club, and chat stands for chat. We're going to just hang out for around an hour or so. I'm going to set a timer because if I don't, I will forget how long we've been talking. I'll just be real. So I'm going to set a timer for about an hour, and we are just going to sit and we're going to talk and do what we do. These are highly unedited videos. I get this question a lot. I do not edit my WIP and chats just because I want them to feel very casual. So if you see any cuts or anything, it is because my camera died and I had to switch out the battery. So, hi friends, how are we? I hope you're well. And if you are not, I hope that it gets better for you. I am filming this the day before Halloween, so happy Thursday, and also happy Halloween. I hope that y'all have a wonderful Halloween. I just got all of the pieces of the rest of the pieces of my costume in the mail this morning, and y'all are not ready. I'm so proud of how I put together this this costume, if I'm honest. So let's go over the things I'm going to be using in this WIP and chat, and then I will zoom you in and point you a little further down so that you can see what I'm working on. So for my tray, I'm going to be using my Bijou Bliss Drills and Chills 2023 tray. I love this tray. And I am getting a replacement stopper this week Friday, actually tomorrow. So yeah, I didn't have it in time to have it for this WIP and chat, but I will have it probably not for the next one either, but I'll have it in a couple of weeks, and then this will be replaced. And I'm also getting the Drills and Chills 2025 tray. I'm so excited for that. Then I have this Harley Quinn custom pen from Diamond Pen Pal, my favorite pen shop, honestly, and I love the chubby size. If you have like arthritis or any kind of hand or wrist pain, then yeah, then you'll be fine with that. So that is so cool and awesome. So we love that. So then my trash minder, this is a custom that I had made from Amazing Craft Shop. She no longer does customs, I do not believe, but I got this in 2023 when I first started doing diamond painting on my channel, and she so graciously, this was actually, I had a trash minder, a trinket tray, which sometimes you see in videos. This pen holder came with it as well, and then I have like an actual caddy, which you don't usually see. I'm trying to figure out how I can use it in videos, but I keep like my putty and stuff in that. And then she gave me like a cover minder that went with it as well. This is also a cover minder. Oh no, so sorry friends. This is also a cover minder, but I do not have the bottom magnet any longer. I need to like find a replacement magnet. But yeah, that's what we have for that. And then my cover minder is from Pure Bliss Wax Co. It actually came in a set with this putty. This is the Golden Vanilla Reading with Neva putty. I am going to talk to her about changing the name on it once this stock sells out. But for now, you will be getting this, and it will have the old channel on it. I haven't changed my actual handle yet. The Reading with Neva handle, it just is the name, like my main channel name. It's just changed. So this comes in a set. You can get just the putty, or you can get the putty and the little cutie cover minder. So that's what I'm going to be using. I use the putty in my multi-placer. This is a 4-placer from Diamond Art Club. I absolutely love it. And then in my single placer, which is from Oh Snap Dots, I'm using the, what scent? The chocolate caramel peanut clusters scent from Oh Snap Dots. And then I actually use her, you can order the Oh Snap Dots with these single placers, and that's what I do. So they work really well. So that is all of the things that I am working with today. So I'm going to zoom you in just to make sure that we're in a good spot here. Move you over a little bit. There we go. We're going to be working on this section here. If I get this done like in the hour or whatever, then we might move on to another section, but I don't foresee getting it done. I'm sorry for moving the camera, but I had to lift it to put the plastic underneath and then the cover minder. So for anyone who's wondering, because I have gotten some questions from people that are just finding my channel or really don't know anything about diamond painting, a cover minder is just used to hold back your plastic piece. That's literally all that it's for. It's not anything like fancy or anything like that, but it is a cute addition if you need something to hold your plastic back. Some people just cut the plastic off. When I first started diamond painting, I actually didn't even leave the plastic on at all. I literally would rip the entire plastic sheet off and then put release papers down. So I'm going to open this soda really quick. So here's some ASMR. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, and let's begin. Alright, I'm trying to keep everything off the camera as well as I can, but also keep everything where I need it. Okay, so this is a square diamond painting that I'm doing for my friend Brianna, and I would like to get it done soon. So, hello friends, how are you? I hope, like I said earlier, I hope that you're well, and if not, I hope that everything gets better for you soon. I am very excited for Halloween, so y'all can let me know if you are also excited for Halloween. We got the rest of our Halloween stuff in the mail today. So I have Ari's wig for her costume, and then my brother, I have his entire costume. And then my top and my wig and my shoes came today. I already had the ring that I'm going to wear, and I had the pants, like I'm doing like shorts with leggings because it's supposed to be really cold where I live tomorrow. So I was like, how can I do this without completely freezing, but also like keeping the aesthetic, you know what I mean? So since we're going to be walking around outside for trick-or-treat, I needed to have something over my legs. So I'm doing a pair of really short shorts and like jean shorts and some leggings that are warm to go underneath them. And it works because it just kind of makes the boots that I'm wearing look longer. So it works, I think, fine. Let's see. What do we want to talk about today, friends? Oh, I do need to start my timer, actually, because if I do not, then we will talk till Kingdom Come. Okay. So, I did not take notes this week. That was my bad. Okay, let's start with a life update, I guess. I've already told you about Halloween, so I think that's enough about that. Life update. What is going on in my life? Not a lot. I'm still doing physical therapy once a week on Wednesdays. I'm not loving it. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit concerned because the strength in my arm is not coming back as quickly as they thought that it would. I did something to my arm like almost 2 months ago now, and I went to the ER because it was causing considerable pain. I don't think I've really talked about this. So I went to the ER. I had woken up one morning and my arm was painful. And by my arm, I do mean like my shoulder on my left side. Pretty painful, which I chalked it up to like maybe I had slept on it wrong. So like I got up and I stretched it out because I do have chronic pain in a lot of my body, and so sometimes the pain will move. So if, say, my back is hurting that day, sometimes it radiates into my shoulders and things like that. So At first, I was like, well, it could be that. My back was a bit sore that day, but my back is always sore. I don't know really how to explain it to people that don't have chronic pain, but it's like a dull ache all the time. But there are days where I call them chronic pain days, where I will be in a lot more pain. Like, and it's usually pain that I can't just ignore. My regular, like, chronic pain, I can ignore it on a pretty, like, daily basis. Like, it's not a, like, pain that makes it so I can't accomplish things. Like, I know that the pain is there, but it's not debilitating. So I'd gotten up that day and I was like, well, I'll just sit down on Diamond Paint for a little while. I don't remember what I was going to do. I think I was going to film. And I was like, well, I'll just sit in Diamond Paint for a little bit and then I will start filming. Well, I got up around like 8 in the morning. By 11 in the morning, my shoulder hurt so badly. Like, it hurt to move. It hurt to, like, put a hoodie on. It hurt to breathe. So I was like, well, this is weird. So my dad was taking my brother to his physical. This was like right before school started. He was taking him to his physical anyway. So he was like, well, I can just drop you off at the ER on our way to his appointment. So I was like, okay. So we went to the ER. Well, I did. They went to my brother's appointment. But I went to the ER and they were like, we think it could be tendinitis. It's in a weird spot, but like it could be tendinitis. We're going to refer you for physical therapy. So I was like, okay, great. So they referred me to physical therapy, and we did like a battery of tests to basically test out the strength in my arm. And the physical therapist was like, well, you do have a lot of weakness. So I had over a 40% weakness in my left arm and shoulder. So it was sitting at around 45% weakness, which is not good. And so she was asking me a bunch of questions. You know, when did it start? Do I know what I did to it? All of this. And I was like, I truthfully don't think I did anything to it. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know. Like, I woke up and it felt like this. So she was like, okay, well, we're going to do some physical therapy. So the way that physical therapy, at least for me, works is every 30 days, I basically have to run through that battery of tests again to see if I've gained any strength. So when I started, I'm sorry, I said I was at 45% weakness. When I started, I was at over 50% weakness. Now I'm at about 45% weakness as of my last check-in. So I go in every Wednesday. Well, so far they've been on Wednesdays, but I go on Wednesdays and we do the exercises and everything. And then I do exercises here at the house. She's given me like the tools to do some of the exercises here at the house. I don't do all of them because not all of them are like actually able to be done like on your own, like without a doctor. But yeah. Now what I'm concerned about, my dad thinks that they're going to refer me for surgery, but they have to do physical therapy for 6 months before they will send a surgery referral. And I'm really scared about having to have a surgery. And I'm honestly, what I'm afraid of is doing 6 months of the physical therapy and then still being told that I have to do a surgery, or that, you know, they are suggesting that I do a surgery. I will do whatever the doctor suggests or thinks is the best course of action as far as like elongating my mobility, because honestly with my chronic pain, that is basically our treatment plan. Is my doctor is just trying to elongate the mobility that I have in the parts of my body that are chronically ill. So I will do whatever I need to do to elongate that time. But that shoulder surgery will put me down for a while. Luckily, because I did talk to them and I was like, listen, this is what my job is, because when you fill out the form for physical therapy, you have to tell them what you do on a daily basis, and they include homemaking as a job. So I am a full-time YouTuber. For anyone who's new here and doesn't know, my name is Neva, and I am a full-time YouTuber, but also a mom, and like mom slash homemaker. So I do a lot of like homey things, cleaning, cooking, things like that. But I also do YouTube full time. So yeah, there is a lot of like computer work, but I'm also like doing homemaking things. So I did include that in my form. And so I was like, listen, I like if I end up having to have a surgery, because that is a thing that the physical therapist did talk to me about, was like basically like the worst case scenario would be I'd have to get the surgery. And so I asked her, like, will I have enough time to prepare to have the surgery? And she was like, absolutely, like, whatever. Because I was like, I would need to like pre-film things for y'all to have for when I'm like down and out, right? So like I would have to be able to pre-film like WIP and chat content. I have thought about actually just filming myself diamond painting and then doing voiceovers. I am contemplating actually doing that, because then I could actually have a timer running for an hour, and just kind of talk about diamond painting things. And I've seen other diamond painters do that. It would also make it so that I could have not backlog, but like I could always have diamond painting going, because I'm always diamond painting. That's the thing, is like I can always turn my camera on and be diamond painting while I'm like watching a show or watching a movie, or Ari is here at the house, and then I can come in later and do my actual voiceover. So I have thought about doing that, because then I could just do the voiceover portion. Like I could plug my microphone into my computer. I'm pretty sure it can plug into my computer, and then I can just do the diamond painting separately, which I think would make it a little bit easier on my workload, if I'm honest, because then I'm just watching the footage back and doing the voiceover, and that would be fine, I think. So anyways, so that is kind of, yeah, that's where we're at. There's not really a lot else going on, like life-wise. Life, I don't know, life is kind of boring, y'all. We're getting ready to transition from Halloween to like fall time. So we're thinking about like what stuff we have to get for Christmas and all of that. I'm not in the Christmas spirit yet, because we're not past my birthday. But my birthday is in a week from Saturday, and so so like when you see this, it will be in like a week. My birthday is on the 8th, and so I'm not a huge birthday person. My opa was always like the big birthday person, and so when he passed away in 2019, I kind of, not that I don't care about my birthday, it's just not like a huge thing to me, but it's a huge thing to Ari and to my partner. So we're going to go this year. I'm actually really excited for my birthday, because my birthday present for my partner is going to the Alexander K concert on the 15th of November, and I'm very excited for it. I'm so excited. Like I have an outfit that I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be really fun. But yeah, otherwise, like I don't know. We probably will do like some sprints or something for my birthday. That's usually all that I really do for my birthday, though. I don't do like a lot of other things usually. Yeah, I'm just not, I don't know. I love to to celebrate Ari's birthday, but like my own birthday, I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, like I'm another year older, but I'm turning 34 this year, so that is so fun. But yeah, otherwise, I don't really have a lot going on as far as that goes. Let's do a reading update. So reading wise, I started an arc with 2 of my friends, and we've all kind of decided collectively, I think, to set it down for now. I think for me, I hyped it up too much in my head. I just really loved the first 2 books. in the series. Oh, why is this grid so tight? I really loved the first 2 books in this series, and then this one, I don't know, it's not disappointing necessarily. Like, I still love the characters, but I'm not thinking about it a lot when I'm not reading it. Like, when I'm reading it, I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it, like, I'm eating it up, but when I'm not reading it, I'm not thinking about it. And so they decided to set it down, so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a couple more chapters and see how I feel. I finished the chapter that I was on yesterday, and then I was like, I think I'm just going to set it down. So I did pick up The Last Mrs. Parrish, because I have that from Libby, and it's fine. I don't know, as I get further into it, I'm not very far, so as I get further into it, we'll see if I see the correlation between Frida McFadden's The Housemaid and this book. But as of right now, I'm not seeing it. Like, other than that they're both thrillers about really toxic women, I'm not seeing it. But I know that people that love The Last Mrs. Parrish have screamed to the rooftops about how Frida McFadden rips people off or whatever. I also just think there's only so many ways to write a thriller. Because, like, I'm not going to tell you that The Last Mrs. Parrish feels like a new concept to me. But in honesty, like, The Housemaid didn't feel like a new concept either. So a lot of thrillers kind of follow that same formula. So I think that it's a little weird when people just start screaming about, like, and obviously there are books that you can read, like, that you read and you're like, this was clearly, like, you clearly just kind of took this person's idea or whatever. I just don't think this is one of those books, but I might be wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Anything else? I do want to read All Superheroes Need PR. I want to read that. I think I'm going to just start it next week. Or I'm going to see if it will fit into any of the things I'm doing for November, to be honest. But that is still on my radar. I do have the audio for that. Let's think. Anything else reading wise? I don't think so. The reading front has not been super exciting, honestly. I've just sort of, I don't know. We're getting toward the end of the year, right? I've hit my goal twice because my goal at the beginning of 2025 was 52 books. That will be my goal for 2026 as well. I hit, like, I'm at 89, so it'd be cool to get to 100 books, but I'm not going to pressure myself to do so. Yeah, I'm about to order, I guess we could do a diamond painting update. I'm about to do an order for the Jingle Drills stuff. I have a kit, a square kit, and then I have 2 rounds that are all coming. They're all Christmas. I will do an unboxing, but my Kit Up and Chats are reserved for Patreon. So if you want Kit Up and Chats, you can join Patreon for those. I've decided to do the Kit Up and Chats instead of, originally I was going to do an extra WIP and Chat a month for Patreon, but to be honest with you, I don't have that much extra to talk about in a WIP and Chat. In my Kit Up and Chats, I actually don't time. So my Kit Up and Chats have never been timed. I don't time them. They're not like a WIP and Chat where I time them. Simply because I need a tower or something to set these on, like a... Anyway. So, Kit Up and Chats, I don't time because basically I stay on camera until the kit is kitted up. So, I don't time them. They're just as laid back as my WIP and Chats. They're just not timed. So, I have actually filmed a Kit Up and Chat before that was like 2 hours long. Just because, like, it had so many colors and I had to do all that. So, yeah, those go over on Patreon. The Kit Up and Chats do. But y'all get the WIP and Chats over here. So, yeah, anytime that I kit up a new kit, I do a Kit Up and Chat and I put it on Patreon. So, yeah, if you want to see those, they're over there. They will be over there. But otherwise, I just do my WIP and Chats over here. So, But yeah, I'll do the unboxing. Like when they come, I will open them up and do the unboxing. But when I actually go to Kit Up, I will put that on Patreon. I don't know exactly when Patreon is going to get the Kit Up in chat this month because I am ordering the stuff for Jingle Drills not this week but next week, so that it gets here as on time for the event as it can, because the event starts on the 15th. Obviously, I won't be starting the event on the 15th because I will be seeing Alexander K. But Jingle Drill is a little bit more, it's a little bit more strict on how you have to submit your kit. So I may start a kit, however, it won't be the one that I'm using for prizes because I have to ask Ari which one she wants me to use because she knows the kits. And I'm going to let her pick the one that I actually do for prizes. It's going to be one of the rounds. I am going to work on the square kit throughout the entire Christmas season. But I do not foresee getting it done in a month. And so I'm not going to, or a month and a half. So I'm not going to pressure myself to use that one as my, like, final, or as my, like, actual event kit, but I am going to work on it. But I just don't think I'll get it done in time, even though it's not a huge, it's not, I don't know. They're all, like, medium size kits. So they're not, like, humongous, but they're not snack size, you know? Let's see. I think that's it for diamond painting. I think that's it for reading. Gaming. Okay, I'm back on my gaming grind, friends. I'm back on the gaming grind. So when the indie games announcement came out, I don't remember what it's called, Indie World, I think it's called. When that came out, I watched it. I watched, like, the live for it. And there were two games that I really wanted. One, well, there were three, but one I don't think I'm going to buy it. So I bought two of them, and one was Tiny Bookshop, which I love, and the other was called Is This Seat Taken? So I was able to play demos of both on Steam, which I do tend to do. And what I do is I just hook my controller up to my laptop, like my game controller and my Switch controller, and I test it out using a controller, because almost always I'm going to buy games on my Switch. I'm not usually, I'll be real, I don't buy a lot of games on my computer. I do have one game on my computer, which is my Pomodoro timer. It's called, like, Lo-Fi something. And I bought it because my friend Katie, from Katie Colson, she had it. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but, like, I need this game. So I did buy that one, but it's the only one that I have that I, like, actually play on my computer other than The Sims. Everything else I tend to purchase on my Switch. And the reason is because I like playing on a console. And the lo-fi one, hold on, friends, so sorry, my computer is being really weird next to me. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to export a video and then my computer is being so dumb. This is real life, y'all. Anyhow, I don't play a lot of games on my actual computer, only because it's not really beneficial to me. Like, I could play games on my computer if I want to, but I tend to only play The Sims, and then I'll show you, or I'll tell you what the game is called, but it's like lo-fi something, but essentially it is a Pomodoro timer that you can customize. So you get, like, a bedroom, and you get a character, and your character you have in the bedroom, and you decorate your room, and you set it up the way that you want it to look. It's your little cozy room, and then you can discover these cute little pets throughout the game. And when you discover the cutie pets, yes, Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. So when you discover the cutie pets, they become your familiars. So you have a bunch of familiars. You can dress up your character, change their hair, change their aesthetic. You can decorate for Christmas. Like right now, my room is very much decorated for Halloween. But there is a checklist thing and a Pomodoro timer that you can actually use, and then you can play lo-fi music off of it as well. So I honestly love it. It's been really fun to play, and I do use the to-do list function and the timer function. Oh, that's very loud, so sorry. And I do use the timer function as well. And then I use all of the different features you can get. There doesn't appear to be any in-app purchases or anything like that. And I personally love that there's no in-app purchases because, it's very easy to earn the money, the currency in here, and then you use the currency to, there are 3 tasks each day that you can do to earn currency. So you get 100 EXP for your daily login, so just going into the game, 100 for one daily task being done, and 100 EXP for a daily timer being done. But you earn, and the EXP is your little money, but you earn EXP for every minute that you're in the game. And then I move my little person, I move her around a lot because it makes it so that you can get other, depending on where you are or what time of day it is dependent on the kind of little creatures that you can find. So I do that a lot, and I just move her around all day in order to make it so that she's trying to discover new little creatures. The spirit decks will light up. Anyway, it's fun. But that's really the only game that I play on my actual Switch. Okay, we'll do this color, I guess. I've been doing my ABs not last, just because they've been a little bit easier to put down on this kit. This kit is a little bit more confetti heavy than the other kit that I was working on. But anyways, but I played the demos for Tiny Bookshop and for Is This Seat Taken. I played it with my controller on my computer so I could kind of get a feel for it. And then I bought them both at the same time on my Switch. They were about $30 in total, because I know Is This Seat Taken was $10, and I believe Tiny Bookshop, when I bought it, was $20, $19.99. And I will say both games are worth the pricing. I get this question a lot when it comes to especially indie games, whether they're actually worth the price tag, which I do understand. I do understand being a little bit concerned with that, because I also tend to be concerned with whether games are worth the price tag. I will say both of them are. Tiny Bookshop, there's so much to do, and they use real books. The developers of the game really put a lot of thought into it. And then Is This Seat Taken is, I think, also worth it. It is a puzzle game. Essentially you have to read the clues for each little character. They're little shapes, rhombuses and squares and circles. But you read the clues that they give you for where on the bus or the boat or at the party. I think there's like a wedding. There's like a movie theater scene, like wherever it is that they are wanting to sit, like in the situation or scenario that you're in. You have to read all their clues and then sit them in the best possible spot. And there is only one solution to each puzzle. So I will say that was the one thing that I was concerned about, was I was like, what if there's more than one solution to a puzzle? There's not. There's only one solution to each puzzle, which makes it easier but also harder, because you have to make sure that you get everyone exactly where they're supposed to be. Some people want to sit next to certain other people. Like, it's a whole thing, but it's fun. I play it when I just want to kind of wind down, but I still want to like be using my brain, because you definitely have to think playing, honestly, both games, but especially Is a Seat Taken, because you have to get them where they're supposed to be. So yeah, I love that. Those are the two games I've been playing the most. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I'm still, watching Sister Wives and my other like 90 Day Fiancé shows. I am a little bit behind, but I am still listening to Full Body Chills. It's my favorite Halloween My favorite Halloween podcast is Full Body Chills. So I've been listening to that. I'm not on the new season yet. I've still been listening to the older seasons. I do skip, I think it's season 2. I skip that one. There's a season that I skip because I don't really like the stories in it, and like that's the thing for me, is like if I don't really like the stories, I'm not gonna listen to them. And I'm not a huge fan of like the Poe season. She did that as like, I think it was supposed to be like a premium thing, but she allowed for like, basically she made it so that you could listen to it on your podcast app. And I listened to like 2 episodes and I wasn't super impressed with it. But I am going to listen to this new season. All the episodes for the new season aren't out yet, and so that's why I haven't listened to them all, or even started the new season. I was just listening to the old, like re-listening to old seasons, and it's because I prefer to listen to Full Body Chills as a binge. I don't prefer to listen to like an episode here, an episode there. That's just not how. Sorry, y'all, I'm having to move. This diamond painting takes up 2 trays, and I just don't have enough room on my shelf to put the trays separate, so one is stacked on top of the other. Anyway, I prefer to listen to Full Body Chills in a binge. I don't prefer to do it like episode by episode, or like, because I think she's doing 2 episodes a week. It's like Wednesdays and Fridays or something like that. We were getting an episode, but I was like, I'll just wait till all the episodes are out. I know that if you're part of like the fan club, like where you pay, it's like their version of like Patreon. I know you got all of them at the beginning of the month, and I know some people prefer to listen to them like 1 episode at a time. I prefer to binge them, but I also ethically can't give Ashley Flowers my money any longer. So I listen to everything with ads. I listen to the free versions of all of her stuff. So if there's stuff that she gives to the fan club that we don't get for free, I don't listen to it. And it's just because a few years ago, there was a plagiarism thing that happened in the podcast world. And as a podcaster, I don't even want to say a former podcaster, because I would love to get back into podcasting. And I've been thinking about how I can actually do that. I'm thinking about bringing a true crime podcast into, I don't know. I'm thinking about just bringing out a true crime podcast. I'm just trying to decide if I want it to be a video podcast or what, because I think if I did a video podcast, we could like diamond paint or something while we talk about true crime. A lot of people do like makeup. I'm not going to do that, but a lot of people do like makeup or they color. And I think if I did, like true crime and diamond painting or something, I don't know, but I'm thinking about that. But I love true crime. But when my biological dad and I had a true crime podcast, I listen to Ashley Flowers. Their podcast came out in 2018, and I have listened to it since it came out. Yeah, I've been a big fan of Ashley Flowers for a long time, so I'm not even saying this as a hater. We did do a podcast. I will link the podcast down below if it's not already, because you can still go back and listen to, like, the episodes that we did put out. I mean, we did that podcast for two years, I think. So there's a lot of podcast episodes. Like, if you want to go listen to me talk about true crime. But we did an episode about the Ashley Flowers crime junkie plagiarism issue, and I came from it in that episode. My dad came at it as someone who doesn't really listen to crime junkie. He wasn't like a fan. He listened to a few episodes because I had put him onto it, but like it wasn't like a podcast that he sought out. And I came to it from the angle of like an actual fan of the podcast, because I am and was and am. So yeah, but there was some plagiarism stuff, and then it was never acknowledged. Like, Ashley Flowers like got rid of a bunch of episodes where she was accused of plagiarizing on those episodes. So like there was an indigenous, like, what are they called? There's like a name for them, but essentially the indigenous women that are missing, that she did an episode on that, which good and great, except that somebody listened to the podcast and came out and said that she essentially stole their story. And then the podcast that person actually told their story on came out and said, like, yeah, like, this is a thing. Like, it was a big thing in the podcast world for a while, especially because Ashley Flowers and her best friend Britt, who is also part of Crime Junkie, never acknowledged it. Like, never said anything about it. They scrubbed a bunch of episodes where they were called out, because people started coming out and saying, like, yeah, on this episode, she also plagiarized. Like, she stole straight, like, quotes from an article that someone had written and had been published. Like, it was a whole thing. But because of that, just ethically, I don't feel good giving money to her any longer. And I was that girl. Like, I was that one. I had all the merch. When her first book came out, I got an ARC copy of it, and I read it. I did not like it. I did not like it, I'll be honest. But I am that person. Like, I came out and I gave just so much. Like, I had, like, sweatpants, I had a hoodie, I had, like, a mug that had, actually I had a couple of mugs. Because I had one, unfortunately they got lost in a move, but I had one that was like a campfire mug style, and then I had like a bunch of stickers. Like, I was part of their fan club, so like I got stickers in the mail, and then I also had a mug that was white. It was 15 ounces, I believe, and it was a white mug, and it said Crime Junkie in like rainbow letters. It was part of their like Pride line, and I have gone back and looked at their merch and thought about buying merch from them again, just because I will say that the quality of their merch is 5-star. Like, I had their sweatpants, like their jogger sweatpants, and they were honestly the best, most comfortable sweatpants I had ever owned. I wore them all the time, but I just don't feel good about it, knowing what I know. And so I don't pay, like, I stopped paying for their for their fan club shortly after the plagiarism thing. I think I gave it like 6 months, and then realized that they were never going to come out and like ever acknowledge what had happened, that all they were going to really do was like scrub the episodes where they got called out, or that they got called out for, I should say. And the only other thing that they really did was they did something else. Oh, they would also like delete posts and comments about the plagiarism scandal out of their Facebook group. didn't make me feel great, honestly. Which is unfortunate because when I moved to Indiana, like, so many people knew Crime Junkie because they're from Indiana, and so they have like a huge fan base in Indiana. So it was really weird to me because I was like, I understand liking problematic things or problematic people, but I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me that they never acknowledged it. So, but that's what I'm doing. I'm also still re-listening to episodes of the Hustle Family podcast. I'm listening from the beginning, and we're loving it. I'm not very far in. I think I'm 15 or 20 episodes in at this point, but I take notes on each episode, so it does take me a bit longer to listen to them, because I do it as part of my morning routine. So like I get my coffee or my drink and my Bible, and I do my Bible study, and then part of my morning is also listening to an episode of Hustle Family podcast, which I love, and I talk about all the time on this channel. So it's hosted by Jess Massey. It's just productivity and lifestyle, and I really love it. I think that her tips are wonderful, and I do use the things that she suggests and teaches us in the program. I do apply it to my actual life, and it makes my life much more peacefully productive. See what I did there? Let me think. Is there anything else? How much time do we have left? Is the real question. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I really want to talk about, because I'm not going to just sit here and like shoot the shit if I don't have anything to actually say. So we did reading, we did watching, we did listening to, because I talked about podcasts. My music hasn't changed, so like I don't see a point in talking about that. I'm still out here just listening to Alexander K, Priscilla Block, Taylor Swift, and Savannah Dexter. I'll be honest. Let's see. We talked about reading. I think that's really it. I don't really think I have much else to talk about. This is a lot of black, y'all. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to talk about. I currently have 3 WIPs going. I need to get at least one of them done before my jingle drill stuff comes. Let's actually talk really quick about one of my WIPs. So I'm almost done with the Scooby-Doo painting, but I'm very frustrated with it. I've talked about it in a vlog, so I'm going to talk about it here as well, just because this is diamond painting. Now, I am chalking this up to the fact that I'm pretty sure this kit came out in like 2022 or 2023. I guess I could actually look for you and tell you when it came out. You can't buy it anymore. I'm pretty sure it's been archived. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like a discontinued kit. Let me just look it up really quick. Yeah, so it's discontinued, and when they were still selling it, it had gone down to $40.99, and it was originally at $69.99. So I'm going to see when this actually came out. I don't know if it's going to tell me the actual date that it was released. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it's not showing me the actual date that it was released. But I'm pretty sure this one came out in like 2023. So it was before they changed it's an old box, and it was before they changed their drills. So, first of all, it's very gappy. That's first. But my biggest issue is that I have colors that just stick together, and it makes it virtually impossible to diamond paint. Because I have to be constantly shaking it in like I have to constantly be doing like the coin method where you put the drills in a pill bottle with 2 coins and then you shake it. The problem with that is it makes the drills super freaking staticky, so they become like freaking jumping beans. The other option that you have is like I can get a grinder, which I am going to be getting one here very soon, and thank God for it. But you can do that, or you can do what I've basically been doing because I don't really like the method of coins because it makes it so freaking staticky. Is I've been taking it and just putting the stuck together drills in a different container and shaking them with a dryer sheet, and that works for a little while. It works a bit longer than the coin method does, and like I said, I'm chalking it up to the fact that this is an old Diamond Art Club kit, like an older one, so I think that's the issue because I'm not having this issue with the darker colors in this painting that I'm working on right now, which is Loki. And this is also a square kit, and this grid is much tighter. There's no gapping really in this kit. And I also had the issues that I'm having with the Scooby-Doo painting, not the gappiness because this one was around, but the stuck together drills. I had that same issue when I did the Hulk painting, and that Hulk painting came out at about the same time as the Scooby-Doo one, which was like 2022 or 2023. So I'm aware that like it's probably just because they're old, but now I'm kind of afraid that the Batman one, which also came out around that time, is going to have the same issue with the weird drills and stuff. Or not the drills, but like the stuck together drills. I don't know. I'm going to compare to the square kit that I'm about to get because the square kit I'm about to get for Drills and Chills, I'm going to see when that one came out. Came out in 2024. So in October of 2024, which means that they would have already fixed and changed up their drills by then. So I'm hoping that I can compare it to that along with this Loki painting because I've had really no issues with my Loki painting at all other than like a little bit of static, but that can be from my environment because at first I thought that the Scooby-Doo painting was just really staticky and it was an environment thing, but I don't think that's the issue because I'm not having that issue with the Loki painting. So yeah, all of these kits, so the square kit that I'm getting for Drills and Chills came out in 2024. I think all the rest of these all came out in like 2024. Yeah, the rest of these also, I think. Maybe not the girl. Yeah, they all came out last year in 2024. So that means that we should have new rounds and new squares in all of those. And I do have some like backlog kits that I still want to get that are still like available. But most of the kits that I really want now are newer kits. So that is really great and awesome. I love that for me. Yeah, so I'm really excited to do these new kits just simply because yeah, I'm really excited to do these new kits honestly because of the fact that I've not gotten to experience a new Diamond Art Club kit, and so because of that, I'm really excited, and I'm hoping to be able to compare them, and I'm kind of excited for the cards because I didn't order. The last time I ordered from Diamond Art Club was at the beginning of 2024. I haven't ordered any kits in 2025 yet at all. So like my first kits for this year will be for Drills and or for Jinkle Drills that I ordered. And when I ordered, they weren't doing the Treasure Quest cards yet. And so I was like, oh, they don't, okay. And then, like, literally a month after I did my last order in 2024, they started doing the treasure quest cards. So I'm really excited to get those and check those out and see what that is about, because I think you can get some kind of rewards or something. I have a video saved that explains the treasure quest cards, so I am going to watch that and see kind of like what it tells me. I mean, either way, like, it will be a fun thing to collect. It's just for me about whether it's like worth being like, oh darn, all I got was bronze. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We'll see. But it will be fun to collect them because it's a keepsake outside of the it's a keepsake like outside of the actual, what am I trying to say? Like the stickers, because like back in the day, like all you would get were the 2 stickers. So you would get like a small sticker, and then you would get one that came with the sticker sheet that was for like your logbook. And like the little stickers were cool or whatever, but like I was always like, I don't know what to do with these, because I didn't really want to keep them necessarily. But I also didn't like want to get rid of them. So a lot of times I would just give the little ones to Ari. Just because that was kind of the easiest thing to do, was just to give her the little ones. So anyway, I don't think, friends, that I really have anything else to talk about. I'll be real. I was trying to think if I had anything else to really talk about, but I don't think that I do. So I think I'm going to kind of close it out here. I'm going to continue working on this section of the diamond painting because I need to get all this black done. This was a mistake. I should have done the black first. I'll do that next time. I'll just do all the black first. I was trying to do the black last because I was like, oh, I'll just do all the fun colors first and then do the black. But I think we're not going to ever do that again. I'm going to just do the black first and then do, like, kind of fill it in, I guess. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. And yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm not talking about anything. So, and that's all I have, friends. Thank you so much for watching. This is the little, it doesn't even look like I got very much done, honestly, if you look, because I still have all this black, because I got all the color finished, but it just looks like I just have a ton to do. But thank you so much for watching and being here for another WIP and Chat. Let me know down below what you are crafting this week, or you can go ahead and just leave me one of our fun emojis, which is any color heart, the game controller emoji, or the pink bow. Let me know if you are going to order yourself a putty and coverminder to represent the channel. I appreciate anyone who does. I do get a little bit of a commission from that if you buy them, but honestly, it would mean the world to me if you did, if you're a diamond painter. Let me know if you are diamond painting or crafting anything this week, and let me know what you're reading. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!